No, because I literally manifested everything from my hair to my home to my dream wedding. Everything that I have right now, the city I live in, my body, my clothing, the way I present myself, my friend group, how I spend my time, everything to a T, I manifested for myself. Hey everyone, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today we're going to be talking manifestation, prayer, visualization. This is really about aligning yourself with your future self and genuinely visualizing the things that you want for yourself, because you can't achieve it all. Like, I used to put all these limitations on myself. I used to think I can't do this, I can't do that, and I have literally taken can't out of my vocabulary, unless it's like I can't think about this drama, or I can't engage with these people, or I can't do X, Y, and Z because it's not getting me closer to my future self, my highest self. Can't is not in my vocabulary anymore. So I'm going to give you a few tangible steps, things that you can do right now, most of which are free, that can help you align yourself with your future self and get you closer to that person and becoming that person more and more every day. The number one thing that I did every single day, and I do every single morning and every single night without fail, even if I have an early flight, even if I am traveling, even if I have to go to work, anything, I am journaling and visualizing every single morning. 5-minute journal, I'm telling you, is the way to go. It sets your day up with gratitude, with intention. It actually makes you list out 3 things that would make the day amazing, and then it gives you your daily affirmations. You can choose any affirmations. You can switch them up every day. I personally find the most powerful thing is actually to choose the same affirmations and repeat them every day, and have those be something that is bringing you towards your absolute highest self. For example, one thing that I say every single day is, I am the luckiest girl alive. Everything is happening around me and I'm truly taken care of. Whatever that might mean to you, it works for me. Coupled with that is visualizing. I'm a very visual person, so this might not be for everybody, but personally, I love to go on Pinterest, look at my vision board, look at all the things I've pinned, imagine my dream life, and visualize myself in those pictures. Like, imagine that that's me. Save photos of people who might look like me, or a version of me that I want to be. For example, this is something so silly and so vain, but my hair. I wanted my hair to grow. I wanted to have thick, voluminous, layered, kind of bouncy blowout type of hair. I've always wanted that, and I felt like for so long my hair would not grow. So I would literally save photos of women who had the hair that I wanted, and I would imagine that it's me. And I would write in my journal, I have beautiful, long, luscious hair. I style my hair in gorgeous blowouts every day. I know this is a vain, stupid example, and there are so many other things you can manifest, but for me, this was something I really wanted, and genuinely something that makes me really happy. So I mean, it works. This is just like one small example, but it worked. Next step is crucial, and this is the law of detachment. I don't chase, I attract. I go into everything I do with this mentality. I don't chase, I attract. So every time I feel like, that doesn't mean you shouldn't chase your dreams. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take the right steps to go for what you want. But it does mean that you shouldn't force it. Like, constantly following up, constantly emailing, and people might disagree with this advice, but it shouldn't be that hard, or at least it doesn't have to be. You can still achieve your goals by chasing and forcing and knocking down the door, and a lot of people will tell you that that's the way to go. Personally, for me, I know that in due time, I'm doing everything I possibly can. Let's say, for example, you want to be an influencer, okay? You're doing everything you possibly can every day. You are posting, you are, sending out your content, tagging brands, you are creating the kind of content that you want to watch. You're doing everything you possibly can. In due time, if you truly believe, it will happen. It will happen. Like, you don't need to be upset every day, forcing it, thinking like, oh, how can I do this? The more calm and the more detached you get, just knowing it will come and you're doing everything you can, I swear the more it will actually happen. A personal example for me is when I moved from Los Angeles to Connecticut. I kind of had given up on modeling. Not given up, but thought of it like this. Okay, well, I'm signed in California. I'm not yet signed in New York. If I get some modeling jobs in California, sure, I'll fly out, but like, I really didn't think anything of it. I hadn't been working for months when I was living in LA. The second I moved to the East Coast, it was like a switch flipped. I was literally living in LA more than I was living on the East Coast. Like, that is how often I was flying out. I was making so much money from modeling in 1 month than I had ever made in like a year of modeling before. And it's literally once I stopped caring as much. Not caring, because I always cared. Like, it was still a passion of mine. It was still a dream of mine. But it was something where I was like, listen, I don't live there anymore. If it's gonna happen for me, it's gonna happen. And if it's not, there's literally nothing I can do. I don't live there anymore. Like, I got signed in New York in the meantime, and I tried to start building my book in New York and meeting with clients in New York. And literally the second I did that, my agents in LA kept calling me being like, you have to come out for this job. There's this client wants you, that client wants you. And it's once you're not as focused about it, once you're not as obsessing over it, that is when things really change. Next is getting specific. This might be just for me, but I'm somebody who needs to get specific about things. If it's a specific client you want to work with, or if it's a specific job you want to get, or a physical attribute or a financial goal you have, you need to get specific. If it's your dream wedding or something, and this is, of course, this is not just applicable to materialistic things or financial goals, but these are just kind of more tangible examples I can give you guys. If it's, let's say, your dream wedding, or you really want to have a baby, these are things that you want to be putting, these are things that you either want to be writing down exactly what you want, or taking images of exactly what you, or looking at images of exactly what you want every day. Every day. Not in an obsessive way, but just in like a, oh, in the morning, I'm going to scroll through, look at my dream life, look at what is in store for me, and then let it go. Let it go, let it be. It's on its way. Like, you know it's happening. You just have to let God do his thing. Next is acting the part. This is crucial. This is just duh. It's like, if you want to be fit, what would a fit person do? They would go to the gym and eat healthy. Like, hello, if you want to be financially free, if you want to be wealthy, what would a wealthy person do? Now, I'm not saying go max out your credit cards and go pretend you're wealthy, but they might sit in a certain restaurant and they might order a full huge meal, whatever, spend $400. You could go to that same restaurant and order one coffee for $6. You can put yourself in those places. That's like a physical thing you can do. But also mentally, what would a wealthy person do? Would they constantly be saying, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke? No, they would not be even uttering, like, I take those back. Every time I say something negative about myself, I take it back. Like, you have to stay so positive and believe, and the words that you say are so powerful that you don't want to be saying those things, because a wealthy person, or somebody with a certain degree, or somebody who looks a certain way, or who acts a certain way, who has a certain friend group, who has a romantic partner, whatever it is that you're trying to bring into your life, would not be saying these things like, oh, I'm going to be single forever. Like, no, because you already have that thing. It's just not there yet. It's coming. It's gonna be there, just not yet, okay? Which goes hand in hand with my next tip, which is gratitude and positivity. You can't be anxious if you're grateful. Every time I get anxious about something, about not having something, about a certain timeline not coming about the way I thought, I switch it to gratitude. I think about all the things I do have. I think about having a roof over my head, having, you know, all the things, all the manifestations that have come true for me, all of the dreams that have come true for me, all the wonderful things that I have in my life that so many people would kill for. I heard this quote that was like, the worst day of your life would be the best day for somebody else. And I will never let that go, because you genuinely need to be grateful and positive and happy for what you do have. Because if you're able to watch this video, you're on a phone or an iPad or a laptop, you're rich. You're already richer than so many people out there. So that attitude of gratitude forever, one, will keep you humble, keep bringing in those blessings, and two, will actually take you out of your worry and out of your fear. Because once you get into your worry and your fear, that's when the negative thoughts spiral. That's when you stop believing in yourself. That's when you start having doubt. And doubt is the antithesis to all of this. Like, you don't want to have doubt. You want to so delusionally believe that you're going to have these things, even when all the odds are against you, even when it is so delulu that all your friends are like, yeah, okay, sweetie, like, don't let them get to you, okay? Don't let them get to you. Next is speaking it into existence, whether that's to other people or that is to yourself. I mean, in Russian superstition, we believe in the evil eye. However, I'm also a believer that what's meant for you won't pass you, and whatever God's plan is for you is still going to be his plan. So whether you want to keep your blessings a secret or not, or you want to speak things into existence in front of people, is totally up to you, but you want to at least be speaking them to yourself. Like, I'm so fit, I'm so beautiful, I'm so smart, I'm so compassionate, I'm such a kind, healthy, amazing person, I'm so abundant, like, money is attracted to me. All these things, like these affirmations, speak them into existence. Say like, yeah, I have this job and it's amazing, or, you know, when I'm gonna have this job in a couple of months, this is gonna happen, things are gonna be different. Like, you're talking to your friends, you're like, yeah, you know, this is my current reality, but when I get this job in a couple months, everything's gonna change for me. Whether you know if you're gonna get the job or not, because you are. You're gonna get the job, this or something better. Another thing is this or something better. Like, you might not get that exact job, you're gonna get something better. God's plan for you, you don't even know, like the things that you dream about, you don't even know what's out there, what is infinitely possible for you. There are so many things that have happened to me that I didn't even dream about. Things that I didn't think A plus B could happen at the same time, and they have. And I'm able to achieve things that I thought were impossible at the same time, or just impossible in general. And they've happened to me. So just know that that's another thing. Like, if it's not this, it's something better. And again, positivity, attitude of gratitude. Just know, like, I am waiting for my blessings. I dodged a bullet with whatever this was not meant to be for me, because something better is coming along, so it's fine. If I didn't get this job, that's okay, because guess what? There's another better job. There's a reason I didn't get that job. Maybe I didn't get it because the boss was gonna be a jerk, or maybe I didn't get this modeling job in France because something was maybe, God forbid, gonna be wrong with the plane, or maybe, you know, whatever. Maybe there's a reason I needed to stay home because I needed to care for my husband because he got the flu. I don't know. Not gonna win. But everything happens for a reason. Genuinely, like, there is no, God makes no mistakes. So whatever it is that, by the way, you guys, like, I want you to understand, I'm speaking about manifestation and about God at the same time, because I do believe in God and I do believe in prayer, but I do think you're co-creating your life as well. Like, it's all God's plan ultimately, but you do, like, your mind is so powerful, and there is so much that you can do in order to create your best life. And a lot of people might disagree with this whole thing and say that you can't do both. I personally think you can. A lot of people think you can. There are a lot of people that I follow, Ed Milet, for example, that think that the two can coexist. So those are the kind of people I like to follow, which leads me into my next point. You want to be reading and filling your mind and, you know, listening to podcasts, all these things of positive influences, positive people that are influential in this space that can teach you all these things. I am just a messenger. Like, these are not all my thoughts and ideas. Like, these are things that have worked for me that I personally utilize in my day-to-day, but these are not like my own original ideas. People like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Gabrielle Bernstein, Abraham Hicks, and then even people like Ed Milet, who, yes, he's not Dr. Joe Dispenza, but I love him for motivational stuff. Like, people think he's like kind of bro-y. I love him. I think he's so smart. He has such amazing guests on. Like, he is just incredible. But also, like, I've read every single one of Gabrielle Bernstein's books. I've read all of Dr. Joe Dispenza's books. I listen to an Abraham Hicks affirmation every single day. I follow all the TikTok accounts, like everything. If you are familiar with Abraham Hicks, you can probably quote, "It's all coming together for me because my life is supposed to go well and things are supposed to be great." That is what you want to be filling your time with, is people like that. And finally, the last quote that I love is "Relax, it is done." Because it is done. Somewhere in an alternate universe, somewhere a version of you is living out these things. You don't desire anything that's not possible for you. Like, anything that is meant to happen for you, there's a reason why you want these things. Or if there are people in your life that are experiencing these things that already have these things, there's a reason why God is showing you these things, because they're possible for you. And there's no reason why you can't have them as long as you believe in yourself. So just relax. It is done. It is all gonna come together for you, because life is supposed to be great and things are supposed to be fun. And you're supposed to feel ease. Like, in the words of Abraham Hicks, genuinely, the best thing you can do is put yourself in a state of happiness as much as you possibly can. Try to have fun, try to enjoy life. You might be in credit card debt, or you might be single, hoping to find a partner, or you might be X, Y, and Z, and sitting there thinking, like, manifesting your dream life of being married and being financially free, and thinking, how could I possibly ever get to this point? You can, and you will. But try to enjoy your life in the meantime. Yes, don't spend your time stupidly and, like, you know, be like, hee hee, I'm supposed to be happy. But, like, yes, you are supposed to be happy. So in the meantime, like, all these things are going to come about once you start living your life and enjoying. I love you all. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video.